Hi, babe. I hope you're doing amazing. My name is Amity, and I am here with a psychic message. Today, I am channeling for the Divine Feminine. I felt really called to do this message, and as soon as I said, I'm going to channel a message for the Divine Feminine, I heard, "You can't teach an old dog new tricks." And when I heard that, I could have jumped out of my seat. I was clutching my pearls because when has the Divine Feminine ever given dog? When has the Divine Feminine ever given golden retriever? When has the Divine Feminine ever given puppy? And no offense to dogs, dogs are amazing, but we're talking energy, not animals, okay? The Divine Feminine has never given dog. The Divine Feminine has always given black cat. The Divine Feminine has always given mystical, magical, mysterious being. So I'm wondering where this dog energy is coming from. And the one trait of dogs that we all love is their loyalty, right? Dogs are very devotional, especially to their owners. Once you feed a dog, it's down with you. It's down with you for life. But cats aren't like that. The Divine Feminine is not like that because the Divine Feminine is not constant or predictable like Divine Masculine energy is. And of course, we all need Divine Masculine energy. We all need that loyalty within us somewhere. But it's not to everything, and it's not to everyone. And it's so important that you remember that. Your spirit team wants you to remember that the Divine Feminine is loyal to her heart before she's loyal to anything else. The Divine Feminine is always changing, always growing, always evolving. And when the Divine Feminine stops doing that, it's almost like the spirit dies. The Divine Feminine is nature, and nature is seasonal. And so it's part of your nature as a Divine Feminine to embrace new seasons and embrace new cycles. You're not supposed to stay the same. And I think some of you right now are begging to stay the same. You're begging for something familiar. And I feel like this is coming up because of your attachment to the past. I think you miss the way things used to be. There's something here where some of you have left little pieces of you everywhere you've been. So you can reflect on a past job, and maybe you left your smile at that job. You can reflect on a past relationship, and maybe you left your sense of style in that relationship. You can reflect on a past friendship, and maybe you left a passion in that friendship. And because you've left all these little pieces of you in the places that you've been, sometimes you don't even feel like yourself anymore. I'm hearing that sometimes you feel empty. I think sometimes you feel fragmented. Sometimes you feel like you're not whole anymore because all these different places, all these different people have gotten a piece of you. And it makes you want to give up when it comes to creating new versions of yourself. And it makes sense that I heard you can't teach an old dog new tricks because you're telling yourself that at this point, why bother? Why bother trying new things? Why bother trying new people? Why bother exploring new places? Because you've done that before, right? You've tried it before. And it drained you. But as soon as you take on that mentality, you disconnect from your divine feminine energy. So your spirit team wants you to reclaim those fragmented pieces of yourself. Your spirit team wants you to retrieve all the energy that you've left over here and over there, because you need those pieces of you so you can start creating again. As you're listening to this, I want you to really think about all the things you've abandoned along the way. It's almost like, when your heart gets broken, sometimes you want to leave the good things with the heartbreak because you just don't want to have anything to do with that heartbreak anymore. But some of those pieces that you've left behind you are the best pieces of you. So call them back again, retrieve them, retrieve that smile, retrieve that sense of style, retrieve that passion. Sometimes when you leave a connection, a situation, it's like, I don't even want to look at that anymore. Have you ever had a favorite song with someone and it's a song that you loved, but after you break up with that person, after you part ways with that person, you don't even want to hear the song anymore? It's like sometimes the past can leave such a bad taste in your mouth. And I get it. I totally understand. But sometimes you have to sit back and you have to ask yourself, why would I give that place so much power? Why would I give that situation so much permission to take some of the best parts of me with it? Because that is such poison to your self-worth, to keep leaving the best parts of you behind. Because how do you value yourself? How do you value yourself when you've left this over there and that over there? It's hard. I think it would be beneficial for some of you to really look in the mirror, because some of you avoid the mirror at this point. You've been heartbroken so much you don't even like looking in the mirror anymore. Look in the mirror and call back those parts of you that you've left behind. Because when you look in your own eyes, you may even realize that you've lost the sparkle, right? And it's like, damn, I used to have a sparkle in my eye. You guys have to retrieve that. You can absolutely leave some things in the past. I love leaving things in the past. Letting go is my favorite thing. If you are connected with me on any of my other platforms, you guys know I love to let go. I love to surrender. I love it, okay? But you're not going to take the best pieces of me. You can have the old pieces, the pieces I discard on purpose, the pieces I don't want anymore. You can have those. It's when you think about all you've been through and you're just like, man, if they had ever walked a mile in my shoes, get new shoes. Get new shoes. If you want to walk with purpose, if you want to walk in a different place, get new shoes. Let those old raggedy shoes stay in the past, but you take the best parts of you. I'm even hearing that some of you have gotten really cheap. Some of you have gotten a scarcity mindset because of things you've gone through in the past. Maybe you've had a lover who was not good with money, so now you're afraid to spend money. It's no, energy has to circulate, spend that money. Whenever you want to connect to your lunar energy, your divine feminine energy, it's always a good idea to wear silver jewelry. Some of you should switch over to silver instead of wearing so much gold if you are a gold person. Your spirit team just wants you to start creating again. Some of you keep telling yourself, what's the point in talking to new people? They're all the same. What's the point in learning a new skill if I can't master it? What's the point of going after this career goal if it's always going to be hard for me? It's like you're tired of collaborating is the energy. You're tired of creating. And your spirit team wants you to know that once you decide that you don't want to create anymore, you disconnect from your divine feminine energy. Creation is literally the source of divine feminine energy. That's how you connect to God. That's how you connect to your heart space. So giving up is a dangerous game for the divine feminine. Staying stagnant is a dangerous game for the divine feminine. It's how you get depressed, if I'm going to be frank. And it's just not what your spirit team wants for you. The divine feminine never deteriorates. And I think some of you are okay with that. The divine feminine never deteriorates. Don't limit yourself, because there's always somewhere better. There's always somewhere sweeter. There's always somewhere safer. The divine feminine just has to believe in herself enough to create it.